Hello, I am Rez, and this is Boron Not. We will not be doing every country goes to war series because I got kind of bored of that. But yeah, so this video will be about what if the Austro-Hungarian Empire reunited. So yeah, as you can see, a lot of European countries are like gone, and like a country like Romania lost a ton of lands. So did Serbia, and they completely forgot about the small part of Italy that Italy was given in World War I, so this should be given to the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And its capitals would definitely be Budapest and Vienna, because that's what they were historically. But yeah, so this is the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And of course, it's going to be German, like it always was. So Germany just unites with it to create Greater Germany. So now it has three capitals. Berlin, Budapest, and Vienna. So yeah, this is gonna scare a couple of people, especially France, because France is gonna be kind of scared because they don't like to see this. It's happened like 3 times. They don't like it. So yeah, this is Europe's largest economy. It's still probably behind Japan's, but Japan's economy is only beginning to recover, so they probably will be able to surpass it. So yeah, this country will try to take over some more stuff, especially Poland, because they are very historically hated by the Germans, and the Poles hate the Germans. But yeah, so let's get this started. I'm gonna say that I am gonna I'm gonna say that that you can't get mad at me if your country gets kind of slapped, but because this is Austro-Hungary video, so you can't get mad at me. So this country is also gonna be buffed because just a bunch of weak countries combined. But yeah. So let's get into the war. So as you can see, they're just pushing into the border. But there are some countries that don't like this, specifically France and the UK, because they've had to fight 2 wars against this. France made it out of one, but okay. But yeah, so yeah, let's see this. So now Germany and Austria-Hungary are gonna have to send some troops back, which allows Poland to push them out in the western part. But yeah, so let's see. So now the British and the French are pushing to Germany. And Italy is a bit sour because of losing that, but they don't want to join because they don't care. But because Germany and Austria-Hungary are buff, they should be able to handle this. And they somehow get Italy to join in, which is concerning. But they are invading mountains down in France, so they don't get that far. But yeah, the Allies get one more person to join in on their side. That is Portugal because of their ancient alliance with Great Britain. Yeah, the British. So yeah, Germany and Austria-Hungary are now kind of focusing on, well, stopping this, which they do so successfully. And now they just send some troops to pull back any counteroffensive and make an offensive back into Poland. And Poland is really tired of being invaded by German countries. So yeah, this has happened a lot of times to Poland, and they don't really like it. So they're just holding back for the Germans as much as they can, but they can't hold them back that much. And eventually all the coast is captured, and this is what's left of Poland. And Poland is forced into surrendering, so they do. Now it's just France, Britain, and Portugal. But Italy doesn't really feel like they're gonna, the allies, the bad guys are gonna give them anything, so they kind of just leave, which is great news for France because now they can send their soldiers into here, which is what they're doing. And yeah, I won't make the Austrians and Hungarians and Germans lose already the first time. So they get Spain to join in on their side. And eventually this is particularly concerning for the French because now they have to fight a front over here and the front down in the mountains. But yeah, Portugal was not prepared for this, and Spain just very easily sweeps through it. And eventually it captures Lipsin, and Portugal capitulates. And then Andorra decided to join the Allies for some reason, and then they also got capitulated by Spain. And now Spain is making an offensive into France. So France has to send some troops back from here, but they managed to hold the line. And eventually the lines are held, and now the UK is beginning to send more and more troops. So mostly British troops are now pushing into Germany. But now Germany is conscripting, and boom, Germany's super strong now. They push the Allies back to France, and for the first time in probably never, never heard of this happening, France and the UK together both surrender. And now let's head over to the peace treaty, which will have Germany getting a tiny bit of France, some imperial lands they took over from France the first time they went to war. So yeah, that's Germany now. So let's give that to Germany. So boom, now that's Germany. And Andorra just gets annexed by Spain. France doesn't lose anything down there because there was no fighting there. Portugal also doesn't lose anything because, well, Spain joined in the literal last second, so they only get Andorra. But I'm sorry to tell you, Poland, but you won't like this. I'm sorry to all the Polish people out there, but one more time. Just And of course, this has to happen again. No country wanted this, but only a couple actually went out to try and stop it. So it happened. And yeah, this is now the Austro-Hungarian Empire. But yeah. And now the UK didn't lose anything. Poland lost a lot. France lost some. But yeah. So yeah. Now Germany, from out of literally nowhere, decides they want Kaliningrad back and tell the Russians, give Kaliningrad to us or we're at war. The Russians like, let's go to war. So the Russians are now facing off against the Germans. And yeah, that's a pretty big war that's happening. So because this is, well, Russia versus Germany and Austria, Russia's gonna be, that looks horrible. Russia's gonna be Russia's gonna kind of dominate, except in Kaliningrad, which falls pretty quickly. And then it's just naval battles until finally Russia wins the Baltic Sea, makes a landing on Kaliningrad, and it's colored in this color blue because I don't want to just change it. So now they're pushing in, and it doesn't look like Germany's winning this. So they call on a friend called Spain, who helped them last war, so why not help them again? And they're saying the same thing. Why not? So now Spanish troops are moving in. And the Germans have now created a humongous navy and made a landing in Kaliningrad. And are now pushing over here and eventually retaking all their lands that they lost. And yeah, so Russia doesn't see any point in finishing this because why even fight a war? So so now we're gonna have a big old peace treaty with Germany gaining Kaliningrad. And allowing Russia to, well, invade the Baltics, which I think you can tell just get absorbed into Russia because there's no alliances. So Russia just absorbs the Baltic. I'm just gonna fix this. So Russia is doing Soviet Union things and just absorbing the Baltics to get some warm water ports. So now they allowed Kaliningrad to be given to the Germans, in return for, well, having it. And yeah, so that's gonna be the German Empire, the Austro-Hungarian Empire for this video. And I hope I see you next video, which I hope will be another unifying one. But if you guys want to keep doing the Every Country Goes to War series, then tell me in the comments. All right, see you next time.